It begins on a rainy afternoon in a quiet cafe. The sound of raindrops against glass, the soft hum of conversations, and Alex sits alone, a warm cup between their hands. When Sam enters, carrying a sketchbook and a bright smile, the world shifts slightly. A small interaction, a spilled coffee, a shared napkin, a joke, and something clicks. They talk, laugh, and for a moment it feels like the rest of the cafe fades away. Weeks later, Alex finds themselves in a bookstore, wandering between aisles of old novels. That's when Jordan appears, calm, reserved, with an energy that feels steady and grounding. They exchange a comment about a favorite author, and soon they're lost in conversation, the outside world forgotten. It's not the same kind of spark as with Sam, less fire, more warmth, but just as powerful. Time begins to weave these connections together. With Sam, it's rooftop sunsets, bursts of laughter, impulsive late-night drives. Sam's energy is like music, vibrant and alive. With Jordan, it's quiet park walks, long talks over tea, and shared silences that feel like comfort. Alex moves between these worlds, each one beautiful, each one asking for a piece of their heart. But the pull begins to hurt. Nights become restless, memories overlap. Alex catches their own reflection, wondering, who am I when I'm with them? Sam senses the hesitation, their smiles softening into concern. Are you pulling away? They ask one night, voice trembling. Jordan notices too, their gaze steady but sad. Something's changing, isn't it? The tension builds until it can't be ignored. One evening, under city lights blurred by rain, Alex stands on an empty bridge. They meet Sam first, then Jordan, separately, their words heavy but honest. I care for you both, but I can't give half of myself to either of you. You deserve more than my uncertainty. There is no anger, only quiet understanding, a shared ache. Sam's eyes shine with unspoken feelings. Jordan's silence says everything. And then, release. The story closes with gentle acceptance. The next morning, the rain has stopped and the city is washed clean. Sam sits in a sunlit studio painting with new colors. Jordan reads by an open window, the breeze lifting the pages. Alex walks alone through quiet streets, but their steps are lighter. A voice carries the truth. Sometimes, love isn't about choosing someone, it's about choosing yourself first. And sometimes, love waits.
The morning sun caught the edges of puddles, turning the streets golden. Alex walked slowly, feeling lighter than they had in weeks, but also strangely empty. The ache of absence lingered, not resentment, not regret, just the quiet reminder of what had been. Sam was already in their studio, hands streaked with paint, trying to capture the colors they had once shared on rooftop sunsets. Every brushstroke held memory. Alex's laugh, the sudden rainstorm, the impulsive midnight drive. Sam paused, staring out the window, and for a moment allowed themselves to feel the full weight of missing someone who had never fully belonged to them. Jordan, meanwhile, sat by an open window, the breeze stirring pages of the novel they had been reading with Alex. Each line reminded them of long talks, shared silences, and the small grounding comforts that had grown so familiar. Jordan traced the words with their finger, inhaling the quiet calm, knowing Alex's choice had been necessary, even if it left a hollow spot in the heart. Alex wandered into a small park, the city around them waking, but the world still felt soft and forgiving. They paused under a tree, letting sunlight fall on their face, and realized that the pull of Sam's fire and Jordan's calm had been less about choosing between them and more about learning who they were when untethered. A bird landed on a nearby branch, chirping boldly, as if to remind Alex of something essential. Life moves, people move, and love sometimes waits, not for a decision, but for readiness. Alex smiled quietly, shoulders unburdened, and kept walking. They didn't know where the path would lead, but for the first time, they trusted that the next step would be entirely their own.